Welcome to the Miracles in Wellness podcast. My name is Clarissa Booker, and I'm a holistic coach and beauty expert. I'm here to empower and motivate you to improve your health and lose weight by adding more whole plant foods into your lifestyle. In addition, kick stress to the curb. So be open to receive, because I believe that miracles are for everyone. Hey there, friend. How you doing today? Hope you're having a wonderful day. So one question people like to ask is how to keep weight off, like weight management. You're going through this big transformation for your life, and now you reach one of your goals, and you're like, I do not want to go backwards. I want to keep moving forwards. And there's a lot of different variables to this, and we go over this also in my program. But one thing we'll touch on today is plant-based eating, because we know what we consume throughout our day and our life constitute a lot of our health conditions, our weight. So it's extremely important, which is why I do not in any circumstance recommend fad diets. So however you tend to go throughout a change in your life, whether you're just trying to lose 20 pounds or you want to get your health in an optimal state so that one day talking to your doctor, you can come off of medication that you're taking. You know, everybody's situation is different. It has to be sustainable, because if you are just looking for a quick fix and it's something short term and it's just so strict that you can't maintain it, you're going to go back to the way you were eating before. And then your numbers are going to go back to where they were before because you reverted back to your old way of life. That is not saying you can't go on vacation, indulge, or you have a meal out and you want to enjoy yourself. It's your birthday. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that whenever you're on a fad diet, and for example, the carbs, because that's very popular still till this day. And we know so much about how good carbs are for us. You're right. So it's just about the kind of carbohydrates that you're consuming. A sweet potato or a non-starchy vegetables is going to hit your system differently than potato chips, right? We all can admit that. You already know. So it's not about eliminating a whole food group. It may sound good for marketing purposes that I'm going to lose all this weight in 2 weeks, but fast isn't always better, right? It's not. For one, when we're eating whole plant foods, you don't really need to focus on your calorie counting, because this can mess with your head in one, and you don't want to be sitting there opening up a pad, jotting down in your apps and all of these things. So when you're eating more whole plant foods, it's going to naturally be low in calories, right? But it's going to have lots of nutrients because it's going to be nutrient dense for you. So that takes some of the pressure off whenever you're eating like that. So you're going to be eating fewer calories without having to overly restrict your portion size. And then on top of that, all that fiber is going to fill you up, right? Balancing, you still can balance your food. For example, you can make a meal with some cauliflower or some tofu, which can take on just about the taste of anything. It's so versatile. You feel me? You can have some avocado or some nuts. You can make sauces with nuts. Delicious. And then some broccoli, Brussels sprouts. I mean, there's actually more you can do with plant-based foods than animal food when you think about it. And there's so many different types of vegetables, legumes, and there's a lot more variety out there. And when you think about it, when you eat a piece of chicken, you have to do so much to it for it to taste good, because chicken is bland, it tastes like nothing. You hear me? And so you have to flavor it with everything anyway. So it's not like it's this magical piece of meat. Most of these foods, you have to cook it anyway, and you have to season it. And then you have to put herbs on your foods in order for it to bring it that next level, because there's levels to it. And of course, that's what herbs are, plants, when you think about it anyway. And then also, there's going to be naturally a lower fat content when you're eating a plant-based diet. And I did not say code vegan diet. I specifically always say whole plant foods, because you can go out and get an Impossible Burger and chow down, eat one every day, and that is not going to do your body any good. It's loaded with all the things you don't need versus making your own burger at home. Say you want to do a black bean burger, portobello mushroom burger. I mean, just like all the things, right? So it's different. So this is why I specifically say plant-based, because can you eat something like that once in a blue moon? For sure. I mean, treat yourself here and there, but I think the thing is that a lot of times people don't know how to say eat it occasionally versus overindulging. Now, don't feel guilty about it if you find that you overindulge quite a bit. It's okay. It's a process. You can come out on the other side. I know you can. So don't listen to this and start getting into a little funk on yourself. No, it's just so you could be aware of things. Okay. And when we are aware of something, it's like the first step. Then we can take action, get a plan, move forward, right? So we're talking about now it's management. So, because that means you've been through some stages that you can get there and come out on the other side winning. Okay. Winning, sis. Because plant foods, it's better at regulating our appetite hormones. And so we'll feel more full, right? So this is just wonderful thing so that you don't feel like you're starving when you're lacking certain nutrients from some diets that want to restrict you from eating a certain thing so that they could get you to what you want, your goal quicker, right? Because that's not going to do you any justice because you've been down that road before. So don't do it anymore. We're not going to do that anymore. Okay. And there has also been studies that show that eating more fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and beans are more likely to prevent weight gain, okay, compared to consuming more animal and processed foods. So even though I love mindfulness and meditation, and it's about being present where we are right now, when we think about our future for our health, that's important, okay? So it's not about losing a certain amount of weight today. You got to think about what's going to happen next year, 12 months down the line, 6 months down the line. Is what I'm doing right now, today, going to be beneficial for me next year? Is it? You got to think about that before you do anything, right? Because for me, it's about our well-being. I love animals. I have pets. We always have dogs. Grew up with them, have them now. But it's about our health. It's about our well-being. It's about our longevity and our kids and our grandkids, your family. Because sometimes they need that one person. They need to look at that one person and see that it's possible. Okay? Because it's hard to change sometimes. So you're listening to this so that you could be that person for your family, for yourself, so that you can live. So they could be like, man, she is doing the thing. Be like, she look good. She's glowing. She's happy. And then there was a question about you being plant-based a couple years ago. And they like, oh, yes, now I get it. So you're the game changer for them. Yes. So ultimately, if you're just starting out with 85 to 90%, that's good. Okay. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. So if you eat fish 4 or 5 times a month, you're fine. Okay. Don't let anybody make you feel any kind of way. You do things in a time span that's beneficial to you. Okay. And everybody's body is different. We're all unique. We're all different. And what somebody else can consume is different than what somebody else can consume. And you have to know your body. So just because it sounds absolutely magnificent, you have to adjust it to yourself. Okay. Always, regardless of what you're doing. All right. Or if you go all in, then you good too. So whether you're 85, 100%, it's going to be beneficial for you, right? The more whole plant foods we have on our plate, the better for our health, okay? Whether that's the weight loss, the health conditions, and they all go hand in hand a lot of times. But you can still be slim and your health can be affected. So don't let that fool you either, okay? That's a whole nother thing right there. But the evidence is there. Plant-based lifestyle is the way to go. So there is one way to help with your weight management. So until next time, and if you take a brief moment to help show support to our show by leaving a 5-star rating and a review on Apple Podcasts, it helps us grow and it's a chance to tell us what you love about the show and also helps others discover it too.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much for coming by. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe on your favorite platform, and also don't forget to leave a written review, as well as share this episode. That's how we spread the message.